Hey guys, Matt Size here, and today I'm back with Bailey for another episode of Anime versus Reality, where we're going to
Hey
be
everyone.
continuing with season 2 of Magia Record. Where honestly, the first half of the season wasn't that great, but the second half does get better.
I hope so. Well, I
Oh,
know so, but
yeah. Well, I mean, it's not really until like episode 7 it gets better.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just we don't want to spoil it too soon.
Don't want to play low too early, huh? And speaking of loading, we get stuff with episode 5, where we're waiting for the episode to load, but it actually turns out we're actually on Sana's like web page site where where she uploads her memories. But I
And
think
I gotta
it's
tell you, that's kind of
hmm?
sorry, what?
You're saying something?
Oh, when you upload memories, I was just saying it's kind of freaky because, who's to say when you're uploading them they can't be rewritten?
Well, yeah, that is what has happened already in this universe. Which,
Can you hear me?
yeah, yeah, I heard you.
Sorry, I thought you said like what was happening with the microphone.
No,
I
well, we already have in this universe seen memories get overridden, and that is not a spoiler. That is a basically a confirmed thing with Yui.
yeah.
But we're getting off track already. We'll go back. We're going back over to Hotel Fate Hope. Prepare to say Fate Hope a lot in this episode, by the way.
Yeah.
Sam and Felicia are helping Black Feathers do some cooking, like like peeling apples and stuff like that for some reason. Sana wonders if they should return to Mikazuki Villa, but Felicia doesn't want to leave until she learns how to not be a witch, or how to not become a witch. Don't worry, they'll find out soon enough, though, because an announcement is being made over the speakers by Toka, and today she's explained Operation Awaken Embryo Eve, which involves spreading the doppel system, like the doppel system, which is like the doppel witches, worldwide. The operation will be put into action in the afternoon of the next day, and Toka warns everyone they'll have to fight the strongest witches they've faced so far, and to evacuate friends and family inside the Yuaza. I thought the Yuaza is not safe for them though.
Shouldn't be.
Well, anyway, Tsuruno is also at the hotel, Hotel Faint Hope. Although her walking is similar to that of a zombie, it's like not not focusing on anything that's said to her or anything like that, just mindlessly doing her own thing. And we see a slight corruption of Tsuruno's color palette, where it changes to a blue hue, and at the moment we just know it's some sort of corruption in her body or stuff like that. We find out later exactly what it is, but gonna keep it a secret for now. You want to take the next point, Bailey?
Okay, yeah. Damn, hold on, I just moved my mouse. Where were we?
Ah, you gotta
It's
love this one, especially the terminology of it.
sorry, where are we notes? I just hit
See
the
where
mouse.
my thing is?
Where is it? Um,
It's the second point of episode 5.
yeah, here we go. So Madoka is deeply worried
No,
about
no, no. You're way off.
way off. I swear, the second point of episode 5.
Are you at the top?
Oh yeah, that's why I've scrolled up too far. Sorry, hold on. When I hit the mouse, it's set me all the way to the top.
Okay, I'll read it then. So
I'll get back into position.
back, also inside Hotel Fat Hope, down in the Doppel syndrome isolation ward, which yes is the actual name of the area of the place. Rena, Momoko, Mitama, and Mitama are all sleeping, and don't hear Aroha leave with little Cube. However,
However, Kirei is quick to catch up to Iroha and join her on the next stage of the long walk. Kuro is happy she got to be friends with Iroha in Iroha's friend and
Dream.
wants to
I
do
don't know
more to
why that
help.
corrected the friend. I don't know why that corrected the friend. It was supposed to be Dream because of the whole Oto Sakura situation.
Okay.
I don't know why that corrected to friend.
Alright.
Even though
You
I
want me
just
to
typed it and
continue?
just completely missed the type friend. You can keep going.
Okay. What was it? Turns out the witch factory of the previous episode is powered by black and white Uasa called the Infinite Sickbed, tying back to the hospital Magia started from. While this seems useful to help the magical girls, it comes with the price of emotional trauma of normal people. Sana just explained all this to Felicia, who doesn't know what to do with the big info. But that's not important as Kyoko runs into Felicia as she's running off with a big bag of grief seeds.
This is
You greedy bugger.
like Grinch style, like
It's like when he's sneaking around, on the
yeah.
tiptoes, like, ah, ha, ha, ha.
Although she is
Running.
just sprinting.
Yeah, she's hauling ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, running into them might prove useful to Kyoko. Asking for Sana and Felicia's help dealing with the security who was chasing her. Smashing a wall, Kyoko grabs Sana and Felicia to dive headfirst towards some
I
lights.
love how Kyoko is just like, here, grief seeds, help me.
Yeah,
She's like, I can trust you, right? I can buy your trust.
yeah.
Anyway, we go back to Yachio, where she finally defeats the Alina Grey domain. That's why I've decided to call it because of the initialing of Alina Grey on it, like the signature. The Amane twins escaped as well, but they left behind a Wings of Magus medallion, so now Yachio has a way to get to Iraha again. And then we cut back to the post dive, like the jump that Kyoko, Felicia, and Sana did, and they end up landing on the same type of braided rope Iroha's group just passed through. So they're basically right near. They're like really close to where they are. And also, speaking of Aroha, she and Kirei have made it into the hospital in time to hear about Operation Awaken Embryo Eve, where we learn Embryo Eve is an artificial witch that Magia has created and plan they plan to awaken it to use like using the witches in like a 200-kilometer radius. It's like a massive radius. And all that magic absorbed from the witches will mega evolve Embryo Eve and allow the spread of the Doppel system worldwide. All the main characters are confused by the existence of Embryo Eve because this is like our first ever time hearing of it. But Felicia, Sana, and Kyoko are about to find out all about Embryo Eve as their train heads directly to it. So, just I I just want to say with that paragraph, like when I was writing that, like this whole like season 2 of Magia Record up to episode like 5 or 6 reminds me of what happened in like Ruby volumes 4 and 5.
We've only seen volumes 1 and 2, so you have to fill me in.
Uh, there's not really much to fill you in on 4 and 5. It's just like the main 4 characters get split up across Remnant, and the show keeps switching between the characters often,
Okay.
which is what's happening with Magic Accord. It's like constantly jumping between characters. I also love the fact that for like half the episodes, we don't even really see Iroha for more than one scene. Because of
What
what
do you
they
think of
did.
that one scene? Did you like it? Did you think it didn't live up to the hype?
No, as in like each episode, it's like we get one moment with Iroha, but because of how expansive, like how spread out all
I'm
the
thinking of
characters
another
are.
anime, sorry.
Huh?
I was thinking of a different anime, sorry about that, my mistake. Just been watching one with a friend last night.
Oh, nice. Which one?
Well, I don't want to get us. I just don't want to get us sidetracked at the moment.
No, just
But
mention the name.
basically, I forget the name, but it's about this hero and he's been betrayed and he goes to get revenge. It's full on. Well, we weren't watching the anime, we were watching a video of the guy talking about the manga and like, yeah, if that was an anime, I'd watch it. It's only a manga, it's full on.
Anyway, so getting back to the episode, Kyoko makes her escape from the train. However, and like she brings down the whole train because like everything that's happening around is too far. Like Felicia hates witches, but she thinks like even she thinks this is too far.
You mean she hates the magical girls?
No, she hates like because of her backstory of how
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
like
hold on. I just got my phone's just ringing. I gotta take a call. I'll be right back. Hold on.
okay,
Keep going.
I'll keep going. So leading in front of Mifu, Sana asked if everything said was true, but even Mifu doesn't know if everything is true because she's never allowed to know this information. She's never part of the group. And we go back to Aroha and Kure, who are running up a massive spiral staircase. Their massive run is almost done. And like they experience the earthquake level shake that's caused by Embryo Eve eating witches. Like they are like Embryo Eve is so massive. Like it's bigger than Walpurgis Night, or like probably the same size as Walpurgis Night, but it is massive, and they literally feed it witches. Anyway, Toka.
I'm back. Where are we?
Oh, you back?
Yeah, sorry, that was just a call I couldn't afford to miss. Where are we?
If you want to take over this one.
Yeah. Toka decides to teleport the entire Hotel Faint Hope to Daito Ward to fuse it with the Chelation Land Uasa, making it into Chelation Faint Hope. And from the and for the Black Feathers, they won't listen to Toka. They get inside isolation bottles.
Like they like
The grains of
imprison.
sand finish falling, and with that, Doka uses her doppel cards to create an explosive shockwave across Dato. What's so funny?
I'm not laughing.
Oh, it's your bottle. Okay, I thought you were snickering at something.
I wasn't even laughing. I, I was moving my mic.
Oh, okay. I thought I was hearing snickering.
What?
Okay, create an explosive shockwave. Aha! I heard it again.
What?
Or was that you just laughing at my stupidity?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad we cleared that up. To create an explosive shockwave across Daito Ward, drawing in the witches. Even after this tremendous move of the highest danger, Iroha still wants to meet Toka and Nemu. Attempting to get outside, Iroha and Kuro are blocked by security that was set up to A for the duration of the operation. Kuro's Magus symbol was turned into a trader symbol back when they entered the previous episode, so presenting it doesn't work. Iroha defends herself and Kuro against Magius, blowing magical rockets out of the air with her crossbow. This gives Kuro the opportunity to transform, making a giant concrete wall and blow a hole into the door for Iroha to go through. Iroha continues ahead with Kuro while Kuro uses her doppel witch to fight Magius.
And I like her
Walker,
doppel witch design because it's basically like goop. It is literally like goop that like Kuro can control.
why do you like it?
Just because of how it like fluid it is.
Uh,
Like fluidity of like this goop, and she's able to like literally like launch it and stuff like that.
yeah.
Anyway, Walpurgis Night is explained once again in the after credits scene, only mentioned by name at the very end. Embryo Eve is the despair created by Magius to bring a new hope to all magical girls. I love how Walpurgis Night is in the non-magical girl world. It's just described as a supercell.
I think you mean perfect cell.
No, it actually is called the supercell. That is an actual weather phenomenon.
Are you sure it's not the ultimate perfect cell?
Are you really gonna keep up with the Dragon Ball Z references?
Yes, I am. But
I'm,
no, let's
I'm, I
go
will say right
continue.
now, I'm glad you're not gonna be sticking around.
Well, I
No,
never.
I don't mind your references. It's just like I'm trying to explain something, and it's just like
Yeah, no,
okay.
I get it. All right, and that brings us the end to episode 5, and now we are on episode 6.
Where Kira
Kuro
uses.
used.
Oh.
Oh, you want to go?
I love how we started the exact same moment.
Uh,
You can go.
Kuro uses her Doppel Witch's goop wings to attack Magius to protect Iroha. When she's suddenly haunted by her past by a deceased magical girl named Kuro. Having fainted after defeating the room full of Magius, Kuro gets up and runs from her past. And it's kind of, I don't know, I find it chilling, that scene when they're showing it. It's like
Yeah.
that she's being talked to, but it's, the words just pop up
Yeah.
and they go by in a flash. It's like, what is she saying? Obviously you can pause it, go back. But if you just say
I
watching
think
the
you're talking about
episode,
another scene because
no, I think that was the opening scene for 6, right?
no, no, that's like
You
the
sure?
opening scene for episode 8.
I
Ep-
swear it was 6.
no, episode 6 has like the magical girl that's like part of Kure's shadow.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Sorry, my bad.
You're
Sorry.
jumping ahead in episodes now.
Yeah, just we'll have to put spoiler in the video and
Oh no, I
be
always
like,
put
no.
a spoiler I always put the spoiler warning at the start of every podcast episode anyway.
Okay. Alright. Sana and Felicia are still standing around questioning Mifuyu about what happened to Iraha and what the new operation is about. But Mifuyu brings up the point that knowing the truth will change
Uh,
nothing.
I'm sorry to
Sana,
interrupt, but I just want to go back to the Kuro thing. I actually had to
yeah.
look up the name of that magical girl because Kura is a character that is more prominent in like the video game that preceded this anime.
So the video games after the anime.
No, so I think what it was is that they made the Magic Record video game, then they did season one of the anime, and then they had like a special event for the game again, and then season two, and then I think there might have been like some other thing, and then season three.
What kind of game was it? Do you know?
Uh, I don't really know. It's like all those types of games where it's like you make a team and you battle, sort of style.
Well, that sounds like a hoot and a half. Let's load it up
No, no,
once we finish this.
no,
Once we finish these notes.
no. You can. I'm not.
Uh, if you insist. Sana and Felicia are still standing around. I've just read that
Yeah,
part. But Mathuyu begins bringing out the point that knowing the
Yuri's.
truth will change. Not, yep, yep. So here we go. Sana and Felicia want to know, just for the sake of understanding, what is going on and to get out of Magius. They also want Mafuyu to join them back at Mikazuki Villa. Felicia remembers that Tsuruno was also at Magia's HQ, but Mafuyu asks Sana and Felicia to leave Tsuruno to bring
To her to bring back.
to her to bring back. I gotta clean these glasses. To bring back Mikazuki Villa.
Yeah, bring her back to Ms. Miyazuki Villa. Yeah.
Uh, Let me just clean these glasses real quick.
Hold on. I just need to scroll down a bit. Anyway, Areha continues her journey up even more. Says it is just an endless staircase. Worse than
So
the.
she's like Poe from Kung Fu Panda.
It's worse than the friendship ending staircase. If you think about it, because it's probably even more stairs than that. But yeah, she gets lured up the left staircase by the voice of Yui, which does happen to be the right staircase. Because she gets to a wooden door,
Yeah.
she opens the door, and she's in, like, the Enchatulation Faint Hope. Meanwhile, all over, Kamihama Magical Girls are fighting. They're, like, having to fight dozens of witches all at once without breaks. It's like pandemonium for the entire town. Madoka, Sayaka, and Homura are also in the middle of the madness and run into Yachio. So it's like we've got our main original characters and we're bringing them into the story with Yachio. The four catch a train. Like this, they just sit on top of the train, and Yachio explains what's been happening in Kamihama with Magius, including the magical girls can be saved rumor, like being a massive lie. Uraha calls Yachio to let her know she's in Chetulation Faint Hope right before her phone dies. Convenient. And
Convenient or planned?
Madoka and her friends also decide to tag along because Mummy is also with Magius, and Magius is at Chetulation Faint Hope. So looks like we're all going to a theme park. So, meanwhile, we got Nemu, Toka, and Saruna watching everything unfold on like this weird screen, and rather comfortably from their office that's in Chetulation Faint Hope, and like just destruction and death is just happening all around them. They're happy that it's happening. Mafuyu appears to try to talk down Toka and Nemi from their plan, but Toka doesn't want humanity to keep using magical girls as cattle, which is a nice little callback to the cattle metaphor from episode 11 of Madoka Magica. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that was.
That was like creepy and interesting at the same time. Almost, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, Mafuyu doesn't want the choice of what happens to her be made for her, and she tries to teleport herself and Tsuruno away. Suddenly, Tsuruno is just like her blue version and breaks out of Mafuyu's teleport, and then he drops Mafuyu through the floor. It's just like, well, you tried your best. Bye. You want to take the next one?
Are you sure?
Hey,
Okay.
I'd rather you not be left out.
Alina comes across. Wait, did we read that one?
No, we are
No.
on that one.
Alina comes across Mafuyu sprawled out on the floor like one of those, silly toys with the wacky inflatable arms.
No, Family Guy injuries.
Oh yeah, I guess you could say that too. Only to drop Mafuyu a grief seed and return to her Altilia. Grief seeds, they kind of remind me of just sensu beans from DBZ, which
What?
is on DBZ they got sensu beans. When you give one to someone, it heals them. Which is a studio workshop used by artists. Alina only joined Nemu and Toka because they had soul about what they were doing, not to be stuck having parties with ignorant magic girls.
Magical girls,
From
not magic girls.
magical girls. Ignorant magical girls. From the type of space Kyoko loves to hang out, Kyoko spies Iroha running around the grounds of the amusement park with the Amani twins not far from Iroha's location. That traitor!
Wait, who?
Back with
Who's the traitor?
Iroha for running around the grounds of the amusement park with the Amani twins.
No, they're like close to her. They're not actually with
Yeah,
her.
I know. I know, but the way you've worded it makes it sound like she's hanging out with them. And Kyoko's like, traitor!
No, with her, it'd be more like, you idiot.
Yeah. Back with Yachio and the Madoka Magica cast, Yachio manages to find a pickup truck on drive out to Shalation Faint Hope, hoping to get there before Walpurgis Night does. So shouldn't Night be with a K?
No. It's with an N.
No? Okay. Sayaka tries to cheer Madoka up with a Tero Buzo, a talisman with supposedly magical powers to bring good weather, prevent a rainy day.
Which is super ironic, considering they're magical girls.
Yeah. Homura tells Yachio about Walpurgis Night and how it would appear in Mitakihara, since Magius is drawing in all the witches. The baby Walpurgis Night is heading to Kamihama as well.
Which does
Inside,
panic Homura.
yeah.
Because she's like, oh, I've made a massive mistake by bringing Madoka here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inside Shalation, Faint Hope Iroha tells Kyoko she's planning to go inside the tower where Nemu and Toka are because she's the only one that can save them. Kyoko helps Iroha disguise herself by handing over her white feather robes. Back outside, Madoka and Sayaka fight off a dense amount of witches, while Yachio continues driving towards Shalation Faint Hope. A black feather flies out to the pickup to stop it in its tracks by blowing up the ground. Instead, the pickup does an epic front flip and Homura saves her friends from getting flung.
It is hilarious. It's just like you don't expect the whole truck to just flip in a perfect like front flip. You would expect it to land on its
Yeah.
roof, right?
Yeah.
But nah, the explosion was enough for an epic front flip and just vroom. Anyway,
Zoom,
Uraha.
zoom.
Ooh, what?
I was like, zoom, zoom.
Wasn't that used for an ad? That
Yeah.
phrase. I forget which vehicle that was.
I think maybe Toyota.
Oh yeah, Toyota, yeah. Which is
I was
ironic
watching
considering it's a pickup truck.
oh yeah. Yeah, if that's before we get back to it, Family Guy did a joke about that, and the guy just kills a person. He's like, shh,
I think you just cut out.
because I was watching the thing, and the guy kills someone. He's like, shh, 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 shh. Zoom, zoom. But he says it so lightly, so
Anyway,
lightly
should we get
that the
back?
person has
You're
no
cutting out.
idea.
You're cutting out a bit. Should we get? I'm gonna get back to the
I am.
notes. Yeah. Oh, you're fine
Hold
now. You were cutting out for a moment.
on. Get
I'm gonna continue
good
on.
now. Okay.
Iroha and Yacho are
All right.
finally in range to talk telepathically, and Iroha changes her plan to open the gate for Yacho. And using her white feather disguise and a good persuasion check, she convinces the black feather guards to open the front gate. However, the chains are stopped by an actual white feather, and Iroha is almost captured, being just barely being saved by Kyoko at the last second. It's like Kyoko's like in like this like what? I forget what the when they're promoting the place.
Sorry, what? Because
Like
you starting to cut down a bit.
really. I forget.
Yeah.
What Kyoko's wearing? It's like a outfit that promotes the place. Uh, you're good.
Hold on, you still try something. Let me just try this. Say something.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, that's better.
Okay. Anyway,
Wait, what are
so
we?
I'm almost done. I'm like halfway through this paragraph.
Yeah.
Connecting, Iroha's crossbow turns into a giant spear gun. Fires a giant version of Kyoko's spear through the gate, so Yacho can get in. It's like literally like picture a crossbow, and then picture a jumbo crossbow. And
You don't like a crossbow?
it's like it's like you know Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife.
Yeah.
This is a knife.
This isn't nice.
It's like that's not a
Then someone
crossbow.
just and
This
and
is a
then someone goes and this is a gun.
Yeah. Anyway, after driving up to the tower, the two pink-haired main characters meet for the first time. It's took a while for them to meet, but they finally met. Heading inside, Uraha is confronted by the sight of Mami and Blue Tsuruno, while the same tune from Uraha's dream is sung in the background. I make sure to mention it as Blue Tsuruno because I didn't want to spoil details that come up in the next episode. In an after credit scene, Nemu asks Tsuruno if it's wrong for magical girls to be saved. This is how Tsuruno is being controlled by the Yuasa version of herself by Nemu. So the after credit scene does just basically spell it out. Now it's time for episode 7. You want to start us off?
Yes, and I'll start with the word starting. Starting from the end of the previous episode, Mami unleashes hundreds, maybe even thousands of guns in preparation for her attack defense.
Like, it's
And no,
literally a
she's not
wall.
playing tower defense. Yeah, she's building a wall to keep them out.
And Mexico will pay
From
for it.
yeah, damn right they will. No, the USA will pay for it.
Yep. And also, maybe the Doppel Witches.
Yeah. From their office, Nemu reminds Toka that everything they're doing is to save magical girls, not hurt them. But Toka is focused on herself and Nemu becoming gods.
Of course she is.
Rumor Tsuruno welcomes. Are you sure it's meant to be rumor?
Well, for some reason, it didn't like it when I spelled rumor with the U. Like, it's 2 U's in there. And then later on, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we want you to spell it with 2 U's. I'm like, what?
Yuma Tsuruno welcomes everyone to have a relaxing stay at Chalation Land, and Mami continues on about saving magical girls. Mami is the first to attack with her trio finale, to which Homura
Tiro.
tries to stop
It's
with
Tiro,
their
not
mirror. Tiro.
Tiro.
Tiro?
Tiro.
Tiro.
It's like a. I
Kiro.
don't know, because I think it's a French word, actually. So it's like Tiro. Or something like that.
Okay. Tiro finally.
Finale.
Tiro final. Finale. To which Homura decides to stop with her time pause magic. However, it does not stop Mami's attack, due to Homura standing within the Chalation Faint Hope USA. Running under endless gunfire from Mami, Yachio gets attacked by Rumor Tsuruno. She can't hurt you, she's only a rumor.
Well, I put it as rumor because that's what the internet called her. But then I think during later on I just start using Yuasa Tsuruno because it sounds a lot better. And speaking of rumor Tsuruno,
Okay.
Hmm?
I said okay, and then I was about to read, but then you started reading. If you want to go, go ahead.
I'll go. But yeah, speaking of rumor Tsuruno, she knocks out Yachio, sending her flying, and Roha catches her while she's getting sent backwards. Aroha calls out to Toka and Nemu, wondering if this is all they're doing. Wanting Aroha to be quiet, Rumor Tsuruno launches a giant electric attack that Sana manages to block in time to save Aroha. And connecting with Felicia, Felicia uses her hammer to strike Rumor Tsuruno, while Sana creates a ginormous lattice wall cutting the park in half that doesn't last long. It's just to stop the gunfire, essentially. I love how when it's not when Tsuruno's herself, it's fire attacks. Then in her rumor form, it's electric to line up with her traditional orange and then the blue. Did you notice that?
No, I did not.
Because fire you associate with orange mostly, and then blue, especially with the Yuasa sort of thing going on with her, it sort of makes sense that the type of attack she has would change into a different form. And I like the fact that it became electricity.
Why do you like it that it became electricity?
just like the it's just like the fine details of like, oh, she's a different color. Obviously, she would have some sort of different attack.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do understand that there is blue fire, which is more. I think it's hotter than orange fire. Honestly,
Alright.
if they had kept her with her fire, she would literally burn everyone. So maybe it's a good thing that they switched her to electric. At, at that point, she could just stop everyone with an electric shock to the heart, which is still pretty bad. Anyway, all the while, the news is keeping track of the largest supercell on record, which I actually went and did research for. It means that it has to be bigger than the largest one in real life, which measured 20.7 kilometers tall, which happened on the Mexico-Texas border, of all places. The news mentions the storm will make landfall in about, 6 hours. You've got 6 hours to win this fight. Anyway, over in some big sky high, big top, all the important uncontrolled characters hide out, and Yachio worries about how they only have 6 hours until Wapo's night arrives. And Felicia and Sana are suddenly surprised by Yachio both give like Yachio's just like group hug, and mostly she does that to whisper that she was worried about them because they disappeared on her. It's like Yachio, you were going to do this in the first place to Iroha. Like, it's interesting how I like how Felicia sort of, oh no, Yachio flips her, like, from her wanting to just be alone to wanting friends again, and everyone else is like all of a sudden left her.
And it's like, oh, now she wants, oh, guys, I didn't mean any of it. We can be friends.
No, it was like a situation. Her character growth was all that, and then the situation with Aroha happened, and they're all like, Aroha's not around. Let's just go and do our own thing. Anyway, Felicia is annoyed at Magus for lying about how becoming a witch was unavoidable, like was avoidable, and also for taking over Tsuruno, because friends. Yachio has a plan for dealing with the rumor Tsuruno problem, but Felicia is worried about Yachio's overuse of her doppelwitch. Yachio doesn't want someone else stepping in just so she's safe at the cost of their hope. They need to be strong enough to not rely on doppelwitches all the time. All this happens in front of Madoka and their friends, which are just like, do we really need to be doing this right now? We've got a massive problem on our hands. Do we have to be doing, like, backstory right now?
Oh, if you want.
Hmm?
Do you want to?
No, let's just move on to the next point, Bailey.
Alright. You want me to take it?
That was me indicating for you to take it.
Okay. Iroha and Madoka take a moment to talk about Tsuruno and Mami and their respective friendships to each of them. Kyoko Kyoko calls to Iroha and Madoka explaining that Magius put Uasa inside of Tsuruno and Mami's soul gems to enhance their magic. Sana also gives Yachio the letter from Mifuyu, which includes a magic map of Shalation Faint Hope and the details of Operation Awaken Embryo Eve. At the top of the tower where Nemu and Toka are where they are, is an Uasa that is being used as a beacon for witches. Magius is planning for Embryo Eve to absorb the
Uh,
War Purchase Night.
I just want to interrupt. I made a bit of a mistake because I thought they were at the top of the tower. We find out later that they're not at the top of the tower. I just didn't catch that.
Uh,
Anyway, continue.
Continue now, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Magius is oh yeah, here we go. Stop the plan. They're going to destroy the Uwasa beacon, but before that they need to save Tsuruno and Mami from their Uwasas. A paper bird materializes from the letter for Mifuyu to help and say she's going to meet someone that could fix Tsuruno and Mami.
So, guess where we're going again?
We're going down into the Doppel Syndrome Isolation Ward.
Yeah, that doesn't really work for the lyrics.
Yeah. Momoko is still on Mitami about not being able to fix all these doppel-witched magical girls. Mitama is unable to do so because she might get sucked into the doppel witches if she tried. Mifuyu asks for a different request on how to turn Mami and Tsuruno back to normal, to which Mitama refuses because she's a neutral player in the events happening. When Mifuyu reveals Tsuruno fused with an Uwasa, Momoko is also all about saving Tsuruno and begs Mitama for help.
And then all of a sudden we get backstory for Mitama and how she wanted to be a magical girl to bring smiles and equality to lots of people with her magic. However, Mitama's magic only ended up being able to manipulate soul gems, which is probably one of the worst magic to get in the entire show. Like, not able to fight, and like she can't fight against witches at all. So all Mitama can do is become a coordinator to earn the grief seeds to survive. And with that job, a lot of despair was a regular thing to see on the job. Even with some magical girls transforming into witches while she was working on them. Whenever she works on a soul gem, she has to close off her heart to the shadows of magical girls. Momoko says she'll carry the load of despair Mitama has been carrying and wants to be Mitama's friend. Seeing this, Mitama finally helps at triple the cost of for Momoko to pay. Businesswoman all the way through, isn't she? It's like, that's how you do business, isn't it? So anyway, by the way, did you answer me, Bailey?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, what?
I don't know if you answered me or not when I said she's a businesswoman all the way through, isn't she?
I'm pretty sure she is.
I just love her. It's like, I want to be your friend. Okay, pay me triple.
It's like, why would I pay for friendship? I can get like a high class escort for that kind of money.
No, it's for the help that they need to save both Mummy and Tsuruno.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
way to save
The
them
way to
is...
save Oh, sorry,
You
you
go.
doing this
You
one?
go. You go.
Alright. The way to save Mami and Tsuruno, is to attack like they want to connect with her by synchronizing their attacks with her mind. Mind belaying, I think it is?
No, it's just called connecting in this.
Yeah, but what's the term for it when you enter someone's mind? You just try to destroy it with
Well,
telepathy?
depends on what you're going for. If you're going D&D, mind flaying would be it. If you're
Yeah,
going incepting.
yeah,
So it depends on the medium, honestly.
yeah,
If you're going from
yeah,
Nightmare on Elm Street, it's just Freddy Krueger.
yeah. When connecting with an or you can go Scary Terry.
The knockoff version.
Yeah. When connecting with any attack, the person attacking needs to visualize her personality in a very concrete manner as to not damage the Uasa infected person. To free each of their friends, Yachio will take Tsuruno and Sayaka will take Mami. But Madoka, being new to the connect concept, asks Iraha what it means to connect.
I love how I like Roha's reaction to that. It's like, what? I have to start from there. Like, just that. It's just like, oh, this is gonna take a while.
You got the
Anyway,
next one, or you want me to do it?
you can do it if you want. It's a short one.
Okay. Mitama decides to take a chance to save Kaede from her doppelwitch, despite the dangers of such an action. Meanwhile, Kuro continues running from Magia's up a staircase, while her past haunts her by teasing her with the ability to help.
So from this point on, because of the massive amount of groups all together, I had to start just referring to the number of characters. Because do you want me to go through the list of characters just in this one battle?
Sorry, what?
Like, you want me to go through the list of characters just in this one battle?
Yeah, all 8 characters.
Well, you also have Tsuruno. Like, you got Yuasa Tsuruno, Yuasa Mami, and then you got the 8 other characters, which is Iroha, Yachio, Sana, Felicia, Madoka, Kyoko, Sayaka, and Homura. The fact
Yeah.
I can name those off the top of my head and what state they're in at the moment is ridiculous. And that's not adding the fact that you got the 4 characters down the Doppel isolation ward and the 2 character and you got the 2 Magius leaders. And then the Amane twins are just around. Mafu's somewhere, Lena's somewhere. It is so many characters to keep track of, and yet somehow it's not going to be the most amount of characters that I'm going to have to keep track of in the future.
Yeah.
But that's going to go to Assassination Classroom when I get to that.
Alright, yeah. Was that the next one, or?
No, that is not the next one. That's after the time travel section that we're currently doing.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, way off track. We're getting back to the Chetulation Faint Hope grounds. Aroha and Madoka's groups prepare to take back Tsuruno and Mami. All 8 characters run in to attack, with Yachio using her halberts to block up Yuasa Mami's wall of guns and explode them all. Madoka and Sayaka use Sana's shield as protection from gunfire as they work on the plan to get Sayaka close to Yuasa Mami. Yachio, Homura, and Kyoko and Roha all work together to pin Yuasa Tsuruno to a pillar. And Sana traps Yuasa mummy in a ring of shields with Kyoko wrapping the ring in chains. Yachio attempts to connect with Yuasa Tsuruno, but instead of it working, an explosion goes off. So Madoka stops Sayaka's attempt on Yuasa mummy. The connect didn't work on Yuasa Tsuruno. But she's fine. She's perfectly fine. She's just got a broken right upper arm and left wrist, mangled fingers, possibly a broken neck, and is able to rotate her top half and bottom half of her body freely and is covered in blood. Perfectly fine. Oh, this is the scene that gave me so much fear for dislocations.
Here we go, here we go.
What?
Tell us your woes.
No, I basically just described it. Like, the fact that she is absolutely, broken and twisted.
No, I meant you explain why it fills you with so much grief and turmoil.
Oh, it was actually like the sound design. Just the sound design of her moving around is like... That is actually me. Whenever I watch that scene, it's just like... Face and everything. And then, like... You wanna know something really bad that this anime does? Because they do it at the worst possible time in the anime. They do a episode 7.5. Not covered here in the notes. But they do a 7.5. Which is a recap of episodes 1 through 7. Right? Considering this is, after this is one more episode for the end of season 2, why do a recap at this point?
I don't know, you tell me.
Unless season 3 was supposed to be part of season 2 in terms of release, but they just messed up. It's like,
Could be an oversight.
No, but if they had a situation where they had to separate the first 8 from the last 4, move your point 5 episode to the start of season 3. You can have your recap at the start of season 3, and then the next episode is your official episode 1 of season 3. That's not that much of an ask, is it?
Depends who you're asking.
But it's just adding a slight more detail in the point 5 episode. Especially with what season 3 episode 1 does anyway. Although I'm getting ahead of myself. You want to start off the first point for episode 8?
If you insist. Yachio immediately realizes the connect was refused by Uasa Tsuruno, and at the same time, Madoka realizes their attack on the Uasa Mamie wouldn't have worked either. Security Uasa then surrounds the two magical girl groups, trapping them in the battlegrounds. Toka gets extremely mad that they damaged Uasa, Tsuruno, and Nemu is wondering how everything turned out how it did. Yachio is miserable that the connect failed because she doesn't understand who Tsuruno is. Who is she? Who is Kaiser Sose?
I will say this next bit is what you were talking about, Bailey.
Yeah.
Because it is annoying that they didn't have subtitles. Like
It was
this,
what?
it is annoying that they didn't have subtitles. Like they had subtitles throughout the entire anime, and then this section is just like you're on your own.
Uh,
Because Yachio and Uraha are both transported to a performance by Yachio, with a reference to an anime called Sayaka Mahaso- Mahasoja Kira, which is about a guy that transforms into a younger magical girl to use powers.
Alright. Uh,
Anyway, Uraha is confused, much like would be confused by that reference. But she's confused by what is going on, along with non-Japanese speakers who just have to be like, "What are they saying?" Because there's no subtitles through this entire scene for Yachio or Tsuruno as when they're on the stage.
yeah.
But yeah, Tsuruno also joins Yachio's performance on stage along with others, even Mel Anna, the fortune telling girl. Like the fortune telling magical girl. Uraha remembers seeing this in the Memory Museum. So we have definitely confirmed the Memory Museum is accurate. And that this particular moment is true. One day while Tsuruno is working, Yacho calls about a witch that appeared in Daito Ward, but Tsuruno can't come due to a big group reservation at her workplace. Oh dear.
Back at Mikazuki Villa, Tsuruno learns that Mel died during the battle with the witch and blames herself for not being there to fight. Mafuyu, Momoko, and Yachio say it was just bad luck that Mel died. Moving forward in the timeline, Mafuyu has disappeared with text that says, "The past cannot be reached forward again,"
The past that
and
cannot be
Yachio
reached.
wants to. Sorry.
Uh, sorry.
And Yachio wants Tsuruno to protect Sanko Ward on her own since Momoko is busy training new magical girls, including Rena and Kiede.
I like how
Ever since
we find
Tsuruno,
out that like we sort of see it in like the opening for the anime with Rena and Kade together, and like Kade leans on Rena. It's like it's almost more than just a friendship between them at times.
yeah,
It's almost like they're partners, and it's like whenever you have Rena, you always have Kade.
mm,
And I like how it's like they're sort of supposed to be together, but it's just like as friends. But it's also becoming a bit more than just that over time.
oh ho ho.
Yes, this anime has some Yuri elements. Barely get over it.
Hey, you seem a bit passive aggressive there. Is there something you want to tell me?
Nothing. I'm just
You
pointing
don't
out
like
that
Yuri anime?
no, because I have watched the real story of Devil, which is purely a Yuri anime at times.
What about the reverse Yuri?
I have not watched one of those.
Yeah. What about reverse harem?
I don't think I have watched one of those.
It's basically where all the guys like the one girl.
I don't think I. Nah, I haven't seen one like that. I think the only like
They're
harem
pretty
stuff I've
funny.
seen is like Trinity Seven, and maybe Hensuki.
Alright.
I'm not one to watch harem stuff that much. So when I get to covering To Love Ru, that's gonna be an interesting situation because
Yeah.
you love your harem stuff, don't you?
Depends on if it's good or not.
Well, you've what like a lot of your suggestions. Like there's two suggestions harem in your suggestions.
Yeah.
Oh, we're way off track right now. Let's bring it back on track. Ever since like what happened with Mel and all that, Tsuruno has been stuck in the mentality of having to work hard to be the strongest measurable girl, not caring when she's injured and fighting through the pain. Sort of like what happens to Sayaka almost. Tsuruno needs to be the strongest and needs to be loved by everyone, but she's tired. This is when Iroha is inserted into the story on the day Mitama led Iroha to Tsuruno with the text "New Past" appearing on screen. Tsuruno then sees a flashback to Mel's death slash transformation to the witch Etiela, of which Tsuruno was the one to kill Etiela in the end. I'm pretty sure I mispronounced that. Ultimately, Tsuruno chose to undergo the Yuaza fusion process, not to become stronger, but because she has nothing left to offer. Yachio pieces it together that she was putting too much pressure on Tsuruno to perform as a magical girl. Turns out Yachio's attempt to connect with Yuaza Tsuruno linked into Tsuruno's mind, with Uraha just tagging along for the ride. Imagine that, just getting dragged into a situation that you don't even really need to be in. Which is usually every day for me.
Mm.
You want to take the next one?
If you are you sure you want me to take the next one?
Yeah.
Where were we? Uwasawa Tsuruno attempts to attack Iraha and Yachio again. Only what have I done?
What have you done?
I know I brought something up at the side.
Oh.
Get out of there. Um, get with, to attempt Yachio only to be stopped by Felicia throwing her hammer. Felicia then gives both Yachio and Tsuruno a verbal lashing, saying that Tsuruno is not strong enough, and that Yachio is no different from Tsuruno. Iraha tells Yachio to connect again with Uwasa Tsuruno because this time she now understands. Tsuruno. Hamura fights off many security Uwasa, and Momoko and Mifuyu also show up to help out as well. Sana and
Perfect timing, huh?
Yeah. Sana and Felicia connect to make Felicia's hammer into a double hammer on a chain weapon to wrap around Uwasa Tsuruno like a lasso. Along with Felicia pushing. You're right there?
Yeah, I'm
Was
just
that your mom?
laughing because of how ridiculous it gets from this point.
Oh, yeah. Felicia pushing Uwasa Tsuruno to the ground. Seizing the opportunity, Iraha and Yachio connect to attack with a crossbow halberd combo and manage to break Tsuruno away from the Uwasa.
Like, they don't
In
even use
spite,
it to shoot. They just combine to for like longer reach or something.
yeah,
And the fact that Felicia, like literally, it's like they throw like the double hammer chain combo to wrap up Tsuruno, and then Felicia just pushes her into the chains just to really make sure she's caught. It is so ridiculous. It's like, how do you win this fight? I just push the person. It's like, oh, I can get close enough to the person just to shove them in the right direction. It's like all these sort of like really strong attacks. It's like long range attacks, and she's defeated by someone like Yuasa Tsuruno is defeated by someone pushing her.
She must have targeted her weak spot.
But it's hilarious in how dumb it is.
Ugh.
Anyway, inspired by the success of freeing Tsuruno from the Yuasa, Madoka and Sayaka connect together to free Yuasa Mummy by stabbing Mummy in the soul gem embedded in her forehead. Mummy is freed from her Yuasa connection and caught by Kyoko. Without breaking the beat, the two respective main characters connect to form a crossbow bow. Like, I cannot make this up. Like, they make a crossbow bow combo to blow up the Yuasa beacon in one shot, and as a result, all the witches just flee. They're out. Done with this shit.
Yeah, it reminds me of like The Walking Dead, how it started off and then it gets ridiculous. The TV
Yeah.
show, I mean.
But
There's
this
that
happened in the
meme.
space of one episode.
Yeah, and then there's this meme, the guy who uses a crossbow.
Yeah.
He gets a grenade launcher, and you just see Picard from Star Trek. Where the F did that grenade launcher come from?
No, but it is hilarious. Like, I couldn't help but laugh while writing these notes, because it's like, how do we free this person? Oh yeah, just stab him in the head.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, the fact that, like, the actual imagery of the crossbow bow combo is basically the situation where if you like got the crossbow and then you put a bow over it, that's at full draw as well, and then you fire both at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so hilarious just seeing that imagery. It's like, excuse me.
I thought it was like the funnest part, like, because the first half of the show there wasn't really that much action, so even though it gets ridiculous, I'm just like, yeah, finally we're getting some action. I'm liking it.
Yeah, but then, like, when we get into season 3, there's not as much action.
But just let me live in the moment.
Or, like, season 3, episode 1 doesn't have that much action. Season 3, episode 2 is going to be a real tearjerker.
God,
I just got through that, and it's just like, I was crying at that episode. Because it's such a sad ending for two characters at that point. Again, getting ahead of myself. You want to take the next one? Actually, no, I'll take it. Yacho takes a break after the battle to apologize to Tsuruno and Felicia for not understanding them / pushing them too hard. By destroying the Yuasa beacon, the supercell has changed course for Mitakihara, meaning Wapo's Night is back on its original course. Madoka and her group return to Mitakihara to fight Wapo's Night like Homura has experienced many times before. Just can't escape it, can't she? Just can't escape that fate, can't she, Bailey?
No. I was just thinking for a second, who are you talking about? And I was like, I remember.
Yeah. Homura's, like, time loop.
Yeah.
You want to take the last point?
Sure do. Another check-in with Kuro shows her giving Magius the slip and taking the left staircase into Shalation Faint Hope. Before being able to confront Iraha, she's held back by her past once again and turns into a doppelwitch. Unknowing to the Kuro situation, the Mikazuki Villa team run into the chapel to try to find Nemu and Toka. However, only Iraha gets inside before Nemu locks everyone else out. Toka is upset that Iraha ruined her plans, with Iraha pointing out that it's wrong to use the Uasa to kidnap people or destroy the town with witches. Toka tries to attack Iraha, but Nemo stops the attack, welcoming Big Sister Iraha and confusing Toka. Little QB jumps onto Nemo's lap and, using her magic, Nemo plans to tell Iraha and Toka the truth about what has happened. Our goodbye begins.
And we're not going to be continuing into season 3 today. We're going to be waiting the usual 2-week break until we start it, because
and then we can talk all about the story that is going to be told to that Nemo is going to tell Iraha and Toka.
Have you already watched that episode?
No, I've just seen a bit of the writing for
Okay.
season 3, episode 1.
Don't spoil it for yourself.
Yeah, it's only 2 lines.
Anyways, links will be in the description to both of Bailey's channels and also both of my channels for you guys to go check out. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when next video comes out. A ding, a ding, ding, a ding.
Dong, 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 dong.
Don't you dare.
Ding dong.
I'm Mad Scientist. Mad Scientist out.
And I'm the Too Much Information Scientist. And I'm out.